Hi guys, it's Diamond, so right with another video. So today what we're doing is we're going to be getting my nails ready. So I'm trying to take out this file, but I was struggling quite a bit, but I did sew it down right here just so that I could actually take it out and show you guys what I was doing. So then we're taking the wooden cuticle pusher and we're pushing back my cuticles. I did zoom in just so you could get like a better view. I did this on my pointer finger, and I think I showed it on my middle finger, but I'm not too sure. I think I did. Now I'm starting on my middle finger, so I did just push it back. I went from the left side to the right side, and then I cut it off so we could finally get to me going around the cuticle area. I think I showed a little part where I started nipping off my cuticles with cuticle nippers. So this is what the nails look like after I went all around them. So now we're taking my Melody Susie nail drill and we're just going to go around them even further around the cuticle area. I did this on all my fingers. I only showed two, I believe, just because I didn't want to make this video too long. This video was 19 to 45 minutes, so it is one of my longer ones. I do try and keep my videos at least 15 minutes. I think that's a decent amount of time. But maybe I'll just start making my videos into shorts. I'm not too sure. But I do want to try and be more consistent from now on. So after we're done, we're going to go take the brush and brush off all the nails, get off all that dust. But I do think when you go over your nails, like glue does stick better. So this is me nipping the cuticle areas. I don't know if I like how this looks, but I did want to zoom in just so you could actually see what I was doing. It looks like I'm very aggressive, but I did speed this up just a little bit. But I was trying to make sure I actually got the cuticle and I didn't leave any behind just because I haven't done my nails in quite a minute. I just still have the nails on. But I do want to be a little bit more consistent with my videos, and I'm trying to get to do any Halloween sets, as I said before, just because I had issues with my camera. We are putting on the glue for the nail tip. This is for my pointer finger, but anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna hold that on there for a few seconds until it actually sticks. So I only showed that one, and then I did that for all the rest of the nails. So after that happened, I wasn't able to do anything because my storage space was all messed up, and I kept having issues. So now we're done. We're going to seal the glue, and now we're going to get to shaping and filing the nails. So anyways, as I was saying, I had issues with my storage, and I didn't have enough room. I had done like 6 or 7 videos, and I didn't have enough room. So I tried deleting some, but it still said I had max storage, so it still wasn't working for me. I don't know why. That's why I wasn't able to get out any videos. So in the end, I was just like, you know what? I kept trying to go back and forth with this for around 3 days, but it wasn't working. So I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. So I just ended up deleting all the videos. And I don't have them saved in my cloud, so it's not like I can use them and edit them now. But yeah, that's kind of why. But hopefully next year I'll be able to do some nail sets, God willing, hopefully. I'll make it I'll make it something for me to do in the future because I do want to do some more nails. So now we're going to go on my middle finger, and I was just shaping them and filing them just to make sure they're fully straight. I do like them that they're a little rounded out on the sides of the nails, just so you can get like a cleaner cut. I don't know how I felt about this nail set in the end. The hearts kind of messed up. At first I did the sweater pattern, but when I did it, I didn't like how it looked, so that's why I went to hearts, because I did try off camera, but it wasn't working for me too much. So we're just going to continue to go and shape the nails. I'm on my last finger. We're almost done with shaping and filing. I sped this up a bit just because I feel like filing is so boring. And we're still going to keep cutting, and we're done. So this is what they're starting to look like. And I do think I took my nail drill just to take off the shine from the nail tips. When you take off when you take off the shine from the nail tips, it ensures that poly gel or acrylic. You don't really have to do this with acrylic. Acrylic is not necessary. So I was blending this with my nail tip, but when you do that with gel polish or poly gel, it just works better and it helps it stick much more than if you don't take off the shine. So I was blending this in with my nail tip. I did do this for all my nails. So now we're done, and we are going to start by mixing my nude. I am doing some French tips. So this is this really nice nude color. It looks really nice on camera, but it's too pink. Actually, like in real life, it's way too pinkish and it doesn't work for me. So I'm in my little nail polish bin. I'm just gonna use this one. I mixed it together. This did not turn out right, so I didn't show too much of this clip because I didn't like how this turned out. It looked way too peachy for me, so it looked too peachy for my skin tone, and it didn't work. I did show you guys I painted it on for one nail. and it still, I didn't look right to me, and I didn't do it. That's why. Yeah. So you can see it right there. It looks way too peachy. It doesn't like match my skin tone, I think. Like it would be cute if I was doing a pink set, but I'm not doing a pink set. I'm trying to get like a nude base color and it wasn't working for me. Anyways, I did switch to another gel polish. But I did this for all my nails, so then I just went over with another nude. And it did look pretty cute because it did come through. These are what the nails look like after I've done all of them. They're so pinkish, and that's exactly why I took another color and I went over them. Thank God I actually did this because this came out so much better than I thought. So now we're actually going to just paint over all these nails. And I do think I showed the full recording. If I didn't, I probably only showed the first two just because I don't know. I think I did show the whole recording of this. If I didn't, I'll fix it and I'll put it back in. But while I was doing this video, I was thinking about trimming a few things. I did trim quite a few things because if I didn't, I think this video probably would have been like 23 minutes long. And I think that's a pretty long time, especially since my last videos were like my first video was like 30 minutes because I was new, I was a beginner. I just started getting interested and I just started getting used to things. So we're doing my middle finger now and we're just painting that on there. I did use half cover tips earlier, so I looking back at my middle finger, it's not very like what's the word? It's not very blended in within my natural nail, but I did go back over it. Um well, I did actually go and fix it and make sure that it was very blended in because in the end it's very blended, but I feel like I really like this card a lot more. So now I've painted it all over. And this one definitely I feel like complements my skin tone a bit more, but I wonder if I just mix this with a base coat and if it would have come out better. So it's sheer, but I could apply it, to whatever, make it as opaque as I can, just like with layers, and then do it matte. I wonder how that would have worked out, but I did mine glossy. So now we're putting some top coat over the nails. We're going to be doing all the pointy finger, and I didn't want these glossy, which was probably a mistake because with sweater nails you are supposed to do the matte, but I didn't like how they looked matte, so I was like, you know what, let's try glossy, and it was probably a mistake because it probably would have looked really cute matte, but anyway. hmm And I think I want to know what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my next video. I do want to start getting a schedule where I can actually upload and I can be consistent with my videos, and hopefully I get to that point. So now we're going to start by mixing colors. This is the same one that I use. That's why you can see like all these little spots. So we're going to start with green. It's like was a really I didn't think this green was that light. So I added some black to it just so I could sort of make it a little more dull, make the color more of like a what's the word, like camo sort of, not really camo because it was too dark and then it looked too black, so I added more green to it and then I just really mixed all that up until you can really see the color. Just kind of reminded me of um honestly, these French tips I did do, and I did actually not, I sped up this first one, I believe. Did I speed all of them up? I'm not sure. But it only took me around 4 minutes to do these French tips, but I don't know. I forgot why I sped it up. I'm going to go back and I'm going to slow it down. But I think I didn't want it to be too quick. Actually, no. I did these first two I sped up, and then I did these other two. I didn't speed them up at all. So that's how we're going to keep the video, I think. Actually, I forgot that I did this. So with these, I kind of should have actually just put a dot and then go on the sides, on the left side first, then the right side. But instead, I did whatever I wanted to do because I wanted to get this over with. So I did end up going with the cleanup brush off camera and fixing them, of course, because they look a little funny. I ain't gonna lie. So, anyways, we're continuing to do this. You can't really see what I'm doing on pinky finger because it's close up to my face so that I can see. Um, yeah. You can't really see what I'm doing, but you will see after. I decided to make this one a V French tip just because started it's I was going to make a full one, but then I started going on the sides, and of course I am going to do my cleanup like I said. I did do my thumb. I did not like my thumb at all. So in my thumbnail you won't see my thumb because I did take off my thumb right after I got finished with this set because I have to edit, and I with my thumb it's what I need to edit. So it's a little harder for me. So I did take that off. So in the thumbnail you'll see um these four fingers. So kind of, I really did like these brushes because these really did help me get like the lines and achieve them very easily. I did go when I was done, when I was like cleaning up, I did go back in with an applicator brush and I went over the nails at least two times with this color just so it wasn't too thin or not opaque enough. I wanted it to be the right, um, just the right sort of opaqueness. So that's exactly why I went back over with it, back over it. Yeah, and that's that. So and then where are we? I think we're at the point where I'm about to clean up. I did show you guys a little cleaning up, not a lot at all actually. I put a little bit of acetone on this brush, just a little bit. Just because you don't want to wipe the whole color off, you want to have a little bit so you don't take off the nude color. Just a dab. I mean, a tiny little dab of acetone, and then you just go back in a fourth motion because the green literally was so it kept staining the nails. So you see on my first French tip, my pointer finger it kind of stained. And while I was trying to clean up, it just wasn't working for me. So I did actually, at some point, wiped it off with the middle finger and then had to go back in with another coat. But I really did like this green. Like, I don't do green sets, and I really wanted to do one. I had thought about making this like some leaves, maybe, but spring's not here anymore. It still feels, it's fall now. I would say it's like 90 degrees, so it's hot. So I had considered doing a spring set, but it's already fall, so there's no point in doing that. Then I went back over the nail. So this is what the nails look like. We're going to take some top coat and we're going to go and cover these up. Just because I didn't know if I'm supposed to do this, but I looked at a video and it shows that you're supposed to top coat it and then you're supposed to draw. So we're doing hearts, and you can't really see the hearts after I'm finished just because the color is very similar. So for the first one, I did do it off camera just to understand how I'm supposed to do it. And I was watching a tutorial on how to do the video while I was doing. I don't remember which video it was, but I just put hearts and then I put acrylic powder. I did use pink acrylic powder because I wanted to see if it showed up. And I do like the combination of and pink and green together. It kind of reminded me of watermelon, but I don't know what happened to my station. This is after the first attempt, I'm assuming, but why are the green gel polish and the black gel polish like right in my face? Come on. Come on. This is me doing the first heart. I am going to zoom in on the camera when I'm doing this, just because when I'm seeing it, I'm going to zoom in. Now my first, now my pointer finger, you can definitely see the acrylic powder and where it's at. So yeah, I did finally move these. Um, trying to get a better view. So when I did those two, I'm using the dotting tool, and when you're doing hearts, you're gonna use the dotting tool. You're gonna put two um little dots, not too close to each other, but far enough to where you can actually make a heart. And hope when it's around next Valentine's Day, I think I'll go into this a little bit more because winter's coming and I'm not going to be doing any heart nail sets, I don't think. So yeah. And next spring I want to do like a cute little cherry blossom set. I think that'd be super cute. So anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just like going off the tangents, but we're going to be painting this gel polish. I had to do these both custom because believe it or not, I don't have like a green dark enough polish for some reason. I don't know why. I had considered doing some French tips with these and actually just doing them black, but it's too late for Halloween, so it didn't really fit for me. Or I could have done orange and done like a leaf set, but I didn't like that idea. It sounded a little boring to me, but I will be doing something like that because it is November and that's when the leaves are really starting to fall out for me anyway. And we are halfway through the video, so if you have stayed until this point, thank you so much. Yeah, I do really appreciate it. So, oh, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, okay? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now we're getting to the point where we're going to go add the acrylic powder on top. I did zoom in on this, but I changed out my tray because I realized there was a bit of black polish and I didn't want getting that stuck on the nail. So we zoomed out a little bit, then we zoomed back in. And now I'm pouring the acrylic powder over it. This is Natural Pink Mia Secrets, I believe. And then I cured it. I don't know why my lighting was so bright when we first started. So I'm painting lines where the French tip starts on the right side, then the left side, and then I'm going to start my hearts with the dotting tool. I did change out my paper towel because it looked really messy, and I don't like that. And again, you cannot see because I kept looking at it close to make sure I was doing it correctly. It was kind of hard to tell the difference between the colors because this one was kind of like it was green at first, but then became sort of dark gray. And I had gotten some paint on myself, that's why you saw me wiping it on the paper towel. And I do think I'm going to let this part play out, and I'm just going to add some music because I feel like I've been talking a little bit about stuff, random little tangents. So I'm going to let the music play out, and you guys can just enjoy this part of the video, and I will see you in a minute.